welcome. I'm Damon Bruce. Good to have you along for the NBA here on 2K Sports. It's Tuesday Hoops, and it's next. It's the Miami Heat facing off against the Portland Trail Blazers. And with the tip-off on the way, let's go to Kevin Clark and Steve, who are courtside out at the Rose Garden.
And the players doing a little talking here before tip-off. It's all in good fun right now. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. First, for the Heat, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the power forward. And looking at the Trailblazers, Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. And playing at the center position, one of the Lopez twins out of Stanford, 7-foot banger, Robin Lopez. Then there's Batum, and it's Aldridge in at the 4-man position.
You know, at 33 and 49 on the season last year, the Blazers were well below 500, but they were a 500 team against the Eastern Conference.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. LeBron with it, and stolen by Aldridge. Now here's Matthews. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Portland, as you said, was 500 against the East last season. They were 15 up and 15 down. You know, you look at how other teams with that record fared against the East, and Steve, 500 isn't bad.
Well, usually when you finish 16 games under 500 for the season, as the Blazers did, you don't go 500 against either conference. But, you know, they happen to just have a good matchup, apparently, with a lot of their Eastern opponents, and they did pretty well.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, what a series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball, two teams that like to play up-tempo. And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were one play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
He talked about the respect he has for the game of LaMarcus Aldridge and how tough it will be for them to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his back to the basket. And with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin, we'll see how successful they are.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Chris Bosh. Batum. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Back to Wade. Good ball movement here by the Heat. No good from Bosh. Clark, that was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. Spurs +5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely three-point shooting and got some help from the San Antonio Spurs missing some free throws.
The Game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
Oh, it was off the chart. Absolutely fantastic.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And stolen by Aldridge. Now Matthews. He passes to Lillard. Clock at 6. Batum lets it go with a 3. And it's Haslam with the rebound.
One of the rare statistical feats you'll ever see in the NBA was accomplished by Nicholas Batum last season. In a December game, he tallied a 5-by-5. 5 points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks.
The Trailblazers rebound. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Second chance shot. He lays it in.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
And last season for Batum, a new gigantic contract, uptick in minutes, and when he was healthy, he was terrific.
Yeah, you know, Portland traded away Gerald Wallace to basically clear a path for Batum. And you're right, when he's healthy, he really can be an effective player out there. I like his defensive versatility. With his length and speed, he can guard either wing players or perimeter guys.
Shane Battier is checked in for Udonis Haslem. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the basket by Lillard.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. The Heat trail by 9. LeBron passes to Bosh. Chalmers. Back to Bosh. It's Battier on the wing. LeBron dishes to Bosh. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. LeBron's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Only 3 teams in the entire Eastern Conference had a better than 500 record against the West, and no surprise the Heat were one of those 3, and they were dominant against Western Conference opponents all year long.
Here's Aldridge. Shot is no good. Some solid defense from Battier. Chalmers passes to Bosh. Leonard with the steal. Here's Lillard, and he goes in for the dunk. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for Portland?
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Mark, adding on to what you were saying about the Heat versus the West, they ended up 25-5, which is incredible, Steve, given how many tough teams that are in the Western Conference.
It's amazing, Kevin. They had a better record against the West than they did against the East in terms of their winning percentage. So I think that speaks to just how motivated Miami was when they went out on the road to the West in particular to really show everybody how good they were. Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but a smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know it's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Well, for the Portland Trailblazers, a new training staff hired over from Oklahoma City. They let go of their previous trainer who'd been with the team for 19 seasons. You know, fair or not, I think the seat got hot after all the injuries that were really devastating this team.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Anderson is checked in for LeBron. Allen comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. Batum with the 3. That's good. Batum's got 5 now. And for the Blazers, statistically the most injured team in the NBA, Clark, from 2009 through 2012.
And the new training staff is advanced in not just injury treatment, but injury prevention. And that's key, using strength bands, recording baseline measurements for muscle strength and flexibility, even using Eastern medicine. So they're not leaving any stone unturned.
Here's Allen after the made shot from Mo Williams. Here's Cole. Leonard with the steal. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And right, here we go. Rejected by Battier. Here's Cole, guarded by Robinson. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Inside. Here's Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got his first 2 points.
I love the aggressiveness with their approach, pounding the ball inside, and it's working.
They are owning this game early. They are constantly finding lanes to the basket.
Here's Cole. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 10. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
They've done a nice job on the offensive boards here, guys, and I think that was the difference in that first quarter, really pounding the offensive glass.
Well, they set the tone early with their mindset, their tenacity, and their hustle. I mean, that's the way they've come out, and it's served them well.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Williams, here we go. And Chris Anderson picks up the foul. That is his first foul in the game.
Well, yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Now here's Lopez. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
You know, head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, the Portland Trailblazers, for a team that lacked for depth and shot creators last season, it was an encouraging summer. In the draft, taking C.J. McCollum with the 10th pick, Cal Berkeley's Alan Crabb with the 31st, and then they signed Jarrell Wright and trade for Robin Lopez and Thomas Robinson. The first three provide outside shooting and scoring. Robinson, a promising young rebounder, and Lopez poised to claim the starting role for center. Guys, with a relatively young team looking to grow, it was a great offseason for the Blazers.
It certainly seemed like they improved this offseason. Thanks, Doris. Gets it to go. Cole's got 6 points. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
And Miami has possession, trailing by 10. The pass to Haslam. He dishes it to Cole. Heat moving the ball around. Battier guarded by Wright. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Left side Anderson. Lopez with the steal. And now here comes Wright, leading the break. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
The Heat making a switch here. James is checked in.
You know, for now, the Trailblazers are still the basketball team in the Pacific Northwest. You know, Seattle made a strong push to acquire the Kings, made a record bid, but the owners decided that Sacramento had done its part to keep the Kings, and so Seattle has to wait.
Trailblazers leading by 12. Robinson kicks to Williams. Wright outside. Back to Williams. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. The dish now to Haslam. And he banks in the layup. And Clark, going back, you know, the Blazers, one of 3 teams in the Pacific Northwest. You also had the Sonics in Seattle and, Steve, you know, the Vancouver Grizzlies.
And I think those 2 cities, particularly Seattle, Kevin, are strong contenders for a new NBA franchise. Of course, Seattle almost ended up with the Sacramento Kings, but when Sacramento was awarded the franchise, a lot of people felt like it was only a matter of time before Seattle would be granted an expansion team. Lopez is a physical 7-footer, a guy who provides that size inside, and really a high-energy guy. Can get himself into foul trouble because he plays so hard, but you love his aggressiveness.
Yeah, not as skilled offensively as his brother Brook. Robin's more of a lunch pail guy, I think. Chris Bosh is checked in for Udonis Haslem. Here's Cole. He has 6. Back to Allen. Passes it to Battier. Allen puts up a 3. That's good. Allen's got his first 3 points of the game.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
You know, he's been the star of movies before, but Ray Allen recently shared some of his plans for what he'll do after basketball. First thing on his list is to get back in front of the camera and resume his acting career. The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
It's his first trip to the line. He misses the free throw. And Miami making a change here. That one is no good.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
Batum attacking. Lillard dishes to Batum. Feeds it to Aldridge. The kick out to Matthews. Takes a 3. Dishes it to Lillard. The feed to Aldridge. Nice hit again. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Chalmers pass to Allen. Back to Chalmers. Pass to Wade. LeBron James on the wing. Misses the wing J. And for Ray Allen, now 38 years of age. Interesting to see how much longer, Steve, he thinks he can continue and how much teams feel he can continue.
Well, he's had some foot issues that have slowed him down a little bit. I thought he had a terrific regular season last year for the Heat, although maybe a little bit slow during the playoffs. But, great shooters have a way of sticking around.
The Heat trail by 10. There's 38 seconds left in the first half.
You know, when something works for you, you stay with it. The Heat saw after the 2012 finals that small ball was very effective for them. You can see why they chose to do that, given how hard it is to find a power forward that can match up with LeBron. Makes good sense.
And the second free throw, good. And mismatches really are what make an NBA offense go at times. Not only can Miami overpower you, Steve, with their sheer talent at times, but if you're trying to guard a perimeter play with a big, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, some people still see small ball as a gimmick, but, for Miami, it's different because you've got LeBron James playing the power forward. So it's not really small ball. He can rebound, he can defend, he can do everything. And so the Heat become a nightmare to guard at the other end, and you can rarely take advantage of them offensively.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And we finished one half of basketball. Trailblazers lead by 13. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to the halftime show. Glad you're with us. I'm Damon Bruce. Out at the Rose Garden, it's the Trailblazers in front against Miami. I don't think that they can play any better. They're shellacking a more talented team. Some great work out there by Damian Lillard. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
I liked that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot-hungry, even the tough ones.
The defense just couldn't get a hand in his face, couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, made his height advantage count that time.
He kicks it to Wade. Good ball movement here by Miami. He feeds it to Bosh. Fires from deep. Good. Bosh has got 7 points in the game.
Well, with LeBron James as the main post threat on Miami, the outside shooting touch of Chris Bosh fits perfectly to help them space the floor, and he continues to expand his range.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. Chalmers. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, 2 straight titles in Miami since they decided to go small. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "Thinking conventionally that first season with LeBron, that was my biggest regret as a coach. I put LeBron in a box. LeBron was a small forward. That's what we knew. But after the Dallas series, we decided to start from scratch. We always talked about how versatile our team was, but we never thought about what that meant. We had to do away with convention. And guys, that started by playing LeBron at the 4.
And with his length and athleticism, he has all the tools. Doris, thank you. We talk about Bosh in his shooting range. He's trying to develop a reliable three-point shot as well.
Well, it's happened. In the playoffs last year, he shot a lot of threes. It's kind of a function of the Miami offense, trying to provide floor spacing for LeBron and Wade. But in some ways, it takes Bosh away from what's made him good, too, the slashing and the ability to score around the basket.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Lillard attacking, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And, you know, a great start for last season's Rookie of the Year, Damian Lillard, assuming the mantle of starting point guard for the Blazers and proving himself more than ready for the task. He played with a poise and maturity that you rarely see in young point guards in the NBA.
And for Lillard, he came a long way from being a lightly recruited player out of high school and being a star at a small school, Weber State, to the number 6 pick in the 2012 draft and a day-1 starter for the Blazers.
But you know, Kevin, he doesn't seem like the guy who's going to be satisfied with just winning Rookie of the Year. He's got more in store. He's got more on his mind, becoming an all-star, becoming a winner. And it's going to be important for him to continue to work on his game and develop.
Well, when we were riding over tonight in the car to the arena, you were saying, I love his demeanor.
Yeah, and his work ethic, and just the way he carries himself.
Pulls up. Gets a very good look and converts. Lillard's got 11.
Well, with him, what immediately comes to mind is the long-range shooting. I mean, he can knock down shots from anywhere, and of course, that forces the defense to locate him at all times.
And he also is incredibly adept at running the pick and roll. He almost always makes things happen when he instigates that play. You know, part of being a championship team is having the talent first and foremost, but then managing the minutes of that talent. The Heat, I thought, did a nice job monitoring the minutes of the Big Three throughout the season and playoffs last year.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now Haslem inside. LeBron outside. Shoots the 3. And again, Miami with the triple. Well, as you said, Clark, the Big Three in their prime, but really, you want them to just get their work in during the season, not exhaust themselves before they make it to the playoffs.
I thought, Kevin, along those lines, I thought by the end of last season, Miami was exhausted. And once you try to win a 3rd title in a row, the emotional fatigue and exhaustion really becomes a factor. So this is going to be interesting to watch all year.
Bosh, Lopez covering. The 3 from Chalmers gets it to go.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow them down.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
You know, even though it was a down year for the Blazers in terms of their overall record last year, they still enjoyed quite a bit of success at home. It's one of the better home court advantages in the league.
And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Haslam's there. Tries from 10. Can't get it to go. Nice Steve.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
And Chris Bosh with the slam.
Things are really tightening up now, guys. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Not sure where it was before, but better late than never.
And for the Blazers, as you said, not the year they wanted. But, Steve, they still managed to finish 22-19 here in Portland.
Well, it's a young team, very talented starting 5, but very little depth. And I think over the course of an 82-game season, the lack of bench help really cost Portland. But a lot to be excited about, some good young talent. and a home court that traditionally has been very positive for this team.
Chalmers dishes to Bosch. Back to Chalmers. Fires the three. The shot misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Matthews. Excellent defense there from Chalmers.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Kicks it to Haslam. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got 4 assists in the game.
You know, if there was no salary cap, no max contract in the NBA, you'd have to wonder what LeBron James would command for his salary. I mean, he clearly is worth more than the maximum you can pay him because he's so far ahead of everybody else in the league in terms of talent. I think Kevin Durant is probably the only one who comes close to him in terms of a guy of that size and that ability.
Chris Anderson is checked in for Miami. Clock is at 3. Batum attacking. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And going back to the topic of max contracts, if those were higher relative to the cap, it might be harder to assemble the big 3-star trios like, for instance, see in Miami.
And Kevin, I think that's where we're heading with the new CBA. It's going to be more and more difficult to put 3 max guys together. And so teams are kind of working their way through this new CBA, trying to figure out how they're going to structure their payrolls going forward.
And so Bosch nails both of them. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they need to play it smart. Make sure you get a good shot first, and then maybe a second possession.
And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Lillard. That's 10 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
How about the field goal percentage shooting this half, guys? It's gone through the roof.
Passed away from deep. Portland grabs the miss. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
Aldridge, no luck. Wade outside. And the jumper is on the mark.
He's so reliable. You know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stick. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And they've really done a nice job on the glass, too. A lot of second-chance points here tonight.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. LeBron kicks to Anderson. Cole. LeBron outside. Good ball movement here by Miami to take the lead. That's good. LeBron's got 9 points here in the second half.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
Williams kicks to Aldridge. The kick out to Matthews. In shot on the way. And it's Miami with the rebound. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. And there's the pass to Cole. And again, Miami with the triple.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. It's been a hard-fought game, and he just wanted to give his guys a chance to catch their breath, saying, listen, we're right there. Let's make a push right here, put some pressure on them. Let's come out swinging. Kevin?
Wade misses. Portland trailing here. He dishes it to Williams. Lots of room. And he knocks down the jumper.
That jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Yeah, they've been pulling up and watching them go down.
The kick out to LeBron. Beyond the arc. And it's blocked by Batum. Here's Henderson. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Man, an even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I know you know about how the basket can seem like it's 10 feet wide when you're in the zone. That's where they are right now.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Mo Williams.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound, and he got it done.
Matthews gets the screen from Lopez. Matthews with it. Now defended by Cole. That's blocked. And the first one at the line is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Last season was the best yet for Robin Lopez. Career highs pretty much across the board for Lopez as he stepped into the starting center role for New Orleans. Sometimes it's just a matter of opportunity before a player gains the confidence to be productive in a starting role.
Matthews with it. Wade picks him up. Matthews passes to Lopez. Back to Matthews. Offensive rebound. Aldridge. No good. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. The 3 from LeBron. The Heat rebound. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
And for Robin Lopez, not the score that his twin brother Brook is, but, you know, he's showing some signs offensively.
Well, he's efficient from the field and from the foul line, and the key for him is to continue to work on his rim protection, his defense in the lane. He's got potential to be very good in there.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson. Haslam comes in for Shane Battier. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. This game going to take a big swing. Clark, if the Duke continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over.
Well, I just, you know what, come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up. I mean, he threw it down with force.
And there's the call on Bosh. That is his first foul of the game. Portland leading. Here is Lillard. He passes to Aldridge. Off the left rim and out.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Batum with the steal. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Back to Lillard. 1:35 left in the game. It's Aldridge penetrating. Right through the knee for the layup. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter. The Heat trail by 4. Wade outside. The dish to Haslam. Passes it to Chalmers. From outside the arc. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Three-pointer, Wade. LeBron outside. Heat moving the ball around. And it's Wade again missing.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
LeBron outside. They need this. Portland grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Lillard dishes to Aldridge. Feeds to Lopez. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
The Heat shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And here's Chalmers for 3. Batum grabs the miss. Portland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And Matthews kicks to Lillard. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rejected by Haslem. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Bosch. Miami no good on that time either. Now Lillard. And so it's Portland winning this one. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yo, 1, 2, 3, go!
Waking up in a dream, sleepwalking on another big stage. You never heard peace till you hear people. We make it cool to be